So we basically did lightweight cord offshore racers. You can see there the step, and we're basically flying there in those days. Made some money, we got bought out by Brunswick, went to Europe, started a company called Shipman Carbon Yachts, back to the passion of building luxury sailboats that go upwind while you can have your glass of wine. Again, very lucky to work with J&J Brothers, Yachts, and Jakobin, some of the most prolific designers. From there, we got bought out by Beneteau. Thanks. I couldn't have my own company or do anything in any big way, so luckily I got to work with Peter Johnston and develop this little sucker called G4 at the time. We capsized spectacularly, as many people know, but in the Meet Goujon deal, we've come back strong, and it's relaunching in Annapolis next week as the D4. So after all these great projects, what do we do next? We look at the planet, and we're really making a mess. So since 1991, when I first saw a hydrogen generator, I've now got my hands on one ex-military, and our 80-footer is fully fossil-free of any fuel, no gas, oil, no diesel. We're manufacturing hydrogen on board. We're taking solar cells, wind energy, and the power of the water in a way to regenerate while we're sailing. So while we're moving at 16, 20 knots, we'll burn a knot or two and regenerate about 60 kilowatts of Nigel's in there. I can see his eyebrows coming up, of energy with the next generation torpedo motors, which will be launched in December of next year. A little shot in Alaska for one of the clients. So from the wind, we're able now to easily sail at 1.5 to 2 times the wind speed. The G4 you saw before was about 2.2 times wind speed. And with the wind generators, we're only getting up about 10 kilowatts out of the 2 turbines. That's probably the least effective method we've found so far. We have solar. Solar's come really a long way. We're partnering with Alan Jeanette, Solar Cloth, and we're generating upwards of 100 kilowatts, depending on angle of the sun and all that good stuff, in an 8-hour period. So this tops off our batteries. How do we store it all? We need batteries. We partnered with BMW, and we're using their i3 battery packs. And they're, again, hydrogeneration, basically dropping the motor and spinning up the engine to generate electricity. So we store it in BMW batteries, again through Torqeedo. And the battery packs are pretty phenomenal now. There's the i3. 2 years ago, they were 32 kilowatts a pack, and at the end of this year, it's 40 kilowatts. Same pack, more power dense, and lighter. So every year, they come in with the next generation. We partnered with BMW because of a 9-year guarantee, and went through some horror shows with some other battery manufacturers over the years. So these are the most robust, most heavily tested, and really cool. The hydrogen generation is a very simple process, but tricky at the same time. So our proton exchange module is basically electrolysis, and we're taking water from our water tanks, from our HRO system, deionizing it, and then basically squashing it through a proton membrane, and we're generating hydrogen at very high pressure. It's the same system that's in use in all the current space travel. The government, the NATO subs have had it for 35 years. It's on our onboard ISIS space station, and after hounding them for 10 years, they've let me use it. We had to develop a tank system, which we thought would have been the easiest part, but it became one of the most difficult. So we now have the only hydrogen tanks certified by DNV-GL and DOT in the world. We partnered with Andrew Kors to come with that. There's a complete, these guys said it moves fast, complete system overview, basically energy gathered from solar panels, turbines, and the regeneration. Then from that excess energy from our battery bank, we manufacture hydrogen and then get to use it later on. As you can see, container ships, the biggest killer on the planet right now. This kind of speaks for itself, that slide there. And so what we'd like to do is get rid of Exxon and all those guys and convert everyone to hydrogen. Is the main point there. And we're able to do this because technology's come so far. There's a lot of systems we've invented and developed on the G4 or D4 now. We have stable flight. We have automatic sailing on this boat, so to the opposite of pushing the price up and more technology, we're doing it. Get a little black spot here, I think. Is it working? So coming to the future, what's next? Additive manufacturing. Guys at Cincinnati are in the room here as well. So the next step to try and make the boats less expensive is to make them faster and more efficient. After we go from additive manufacturing, I see the next step as being organic manufacturing. And there's quite a famous, hopefully soon super famous, Neri Oxman from MIT, and she's been building structures organically for the last decade. And I see that's our future.